The NewJeans drama has been called messy, confusing, even sinister. There's no shortage of clueless critics, assuming the members were groomed or brainwashed into following Min Hee-jin. But the truth is simpler. It is about friendships, loyalty, and the always present ego tearing success apart. To understand the NewJeans situation, we need to go back to the 1990s. The Chicago Bulls had won 6 championships within 8 years. Michael Jordan, MJ and coach Phil Jackson forged one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. Krause famously said, organizations as a whole win, which people interpreted as management wins championships. He refused to renew Phil Jackson's contract under any circumstances. I'm guessing he thought his genius scouting talent could rebuild a similar team. He was dead wrong. This really highlights that when you have something special, cherish it with everything you have. Jordan shot back and warned he would never play for another coach.
You know, I will not choose to play for another coach. I chose to play for Phil Jackson.
True to his words, after Phil Jackson was let go, Jordan called a press conference and announced his retirement. He hit the road and never looked back.
I am here to announce my retirement from the game of basketball.
The dynasty literally collapsed overnight. It's been 27 long years, and the Bulls haven't won a single championship since. Losing Jackson meant kissing away future championships. No one called Jordan brainwashed for walking away. It was loyalty principles, just human nature. It's hard for some people to understand. People leave jobs when the workplace is toxic. Well, what a shocker. We're seeing the same disaster happening again with NewJeans. When Min Hee-jin joined HYBE, it looked like a dream match. Bang Si-hyuk, the architect behind BTS, recruited her to launch the company's first girl group. Min brought the visual talent that drove SM Entertainment, responsible for the style of Girls' Generation and Red Velvet. While Bang brought musical power and industry clout.
안녕하세요, 유진님.
안녕하세요, 12호 민희진입니다.
Together, they looked unstoppable. Two sides of one creative mind. Dr. Jin and Mr. HYBE. But like in Stevenson's tale, the split was inevitable and tragic. There could be only one. Bang wanted a fierce, high, impact concept to challenge aespa. Min proposed an authentic, retro-cool group where imperfections were the point. Her debut song picks, Attention and Hype Boy, felt like the opposite of what Bang wanted. Ironically, those songs exploded. Dissatisfied with what Min was bringing to the table, Bang launched Le Seraphim first, with himself credited as producer of their title track, Fearless, while NewJeans was sidelined. HYBE officially explained it was because Min wanted her own company. What began as unity became rivalry. The single mind was splitting into two battling egos. Despite the internal strife, NewJeans soared. Their surprise debut in July 2022 shocked the industry. No teasers, no promos. Just a quiet music drop on YouTube at midnight. Within months, they were brand ambassadors for Apple, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Nike, Levi's, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, and Dior. They even created a 5-member version of Powerpuff Girls for the group. Their authentic approach had resonated loud and clear. Later, they were even named national tourism ambassadors for South Korea.
NewJeans has been appointed as the 2024 Honorary Ambassador of Korean Tourism.
And success continued, being able to fill the Tokyo Dome with over 91,000 fans over 2 days for their Bunnies camp. This wasn't just another rookie success. It is the kind of cultural force that appears once every few generations. And yet, just as the Bulls collapsed at their peak, ego reared its ugly head to do the same to NewJeans. Instead of embracing their success, HYBE accused Min of misconduct and trying to take over Ardor. Then they stripped her of her CEO position and referred her to police prosecutors for criminal conduct. Wow, seems like a great way to reward generational talent. Truly unbelievable self-own. This was the breaking point. Min shot back, accusing HYBE of suppressing Ardor and sabotaging NewJeans. The gloves were off. For NewJeans, this was betrayal, a stab in the back. Their leader was gone, the creative trust broken, their house was in tinders. Hanny even later tearfully described to lawmakers how unwelcome the group had felt from the very beginning, navigating passive, aggressive hostilities.
이 일에 대해서 관심을 가져주셔서 너무 감사드립니다.
So, on the 11th of September, 2024, they made their stand. NewJeans issued a 2-week ultimatum on livestream. Among the demands, apologize and reinstate Min, put Adore back to normal.
She is integral to NewJeans' identity, and we all feel that she is irreplaceable.
대표님을 복귀시켜주시고 하이브는 25일까지 어도어를 원래대로 복귀시키는 현명한 결정을 해주시기 바랍니다.
After no response, they gave Hybe a second chance by sending a formal 14-day legal notice on November 13th. To give you an idea of how much time Hybe had to fix the situation, they had half of September, all of October, and almost all of November to respond. But instead, on deadline day at a November 28th press conference, NewJeans said they received a last-minute response, provided only several hours before. Nevertheless, it was inadequate, no surprise, and NewJeans declared termination.
So that is why we, the 5 of us, together, have agreed to leave Adore.
Just as Jordon refused to play for another coach, NewJeans refused to perform under hostile leaders they didn't respect.
You know, I will not choose to play for another coach.
How hard is it to understand that when you work with a coach and mentor, through blood, sweat, and tears, you're not going to just let go. You're not working at a convenience store where they fired your manager. What is even more tragic is in both cases, MJ and NJ were pleading to just let them continue as it was before. Nothing more, so they could continue doing extraordinary work.
By 2025, the prosecutors declined to indict Min of misconduct. With no wrongdoing, the charges brought by Hybe were legally baseless. But by then, the damage was already done. NewJeans had walked. Hybe had lost its brightest potential. Korea had lost a cultural powerhouse. Like the Bulls, Hybe had everything, and ego destroyed it. Not lack of fans, no internal member fights, no bullying allegations from the past, pure ego. The craziest part is NewJeans was and is willing to go back if things return to the way they were. I mean, if Trump and Elon can make amends after their public dispute involving Epstein, then I think Min and Bang can do it too. NewJeans is more than an idol group. They're literally a living, breathing national asset. As is the K-pop industry as a whole, but they're at the forefront. Their collapse isn't just a contract dispute. It's a loss to Korea's cultural influence, which affects every industry in this export-heavy country. The loss may be incalculable, no joke. How can you assess a group that's achieved the unthinkable in its infancy? They were just getting started. South Korea should look to Singapore, the late great father of the nation. Lee Kuan Yew once famously intervened in a Singapore Airlines strike, recognizing it as a national problem affecting its reputation and soft power.
Millions of dollars worth of advertisements and sales ruined within a matter of 2 weeks. I gave them a choice. Continue this, and I will, by every means at my disposal, teach you and get the people of Singapore, help me teach you a lesson you won't forget.
Not just a private spat, Korea faces the same choice now. Treat NewJeans as ordinary litigation or acknowledge the exceptional stakes and take decisive action to get everyone back to work quickly. The Bulls showed us what happens when ego fractures trust, dynasties fall. Hybe shows us the same lesson today. The story of Dr. Jin and Mr. Hybe could not last. Jerry Krause pushed out Phil Jackson. Michael Jordon left. NewJeans left. But maybe this time it doesn't have to end the same way. The Bulls never got another shot, but NewJeans still can. The music isn't over. The fans haven't left. The bond that built something wonderful is still there, waiting to be repaired.
We're entitled to defend what we have until we lose it, you know, from a business aspect. So if you want to look at this from a business thing, have a sense of respect for the people who have laid the groundworks so that you can be a profitable organization.
아니더라도 뉴진스는 never die.
지금까지 뉴진스였습니다. 감사합니다.